Welcome to Chemistry Tutorial 360. Today we are going to learn about balancing chemical reactions for beginners. If you are a beginner, then this video is for you, right? Okay, this is the picture of hydrogen molecule, right? It has two as a subscript. This subscript means that two atoms of hydrogen, right? And H2 means one molecule of hydrogen. In only one molecule of hydrogen, we have two atoms of hydrogen, right? This is subscript. In case of balancing chemical reactions, we don't change this subscript, right? We changed here. We change here. That is, we change the coefficient. However, let me show you a example. This is hydrogen. This is hydrogen and this is oxygen. Okay, and hydrogen react with oxygen and we get water. Okay, so how to balance these reaction? Okay, to balance we can balance this reaction in just 4 steps. At first I have to draw a table like this. That is, in the first step we'll draw a table. Then in the second step we'll count the atom. Here we have 2 hydrogen, here we have 2 oxygen, and on the right hand side or product side, here we have 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. If you draw a table, you will get 2 parts. This is reactant side and this is product side, right? Now you have to balance the number of atom from both sides, right? Here you have 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. So hydrogen is already balanced. And here you have 2 oxygen, but here you have 1 oxygen. So to balance the oxygen, you can multiply here by 2, that gives you 2. And remember, if you multiply here by 2, these 2 must come before this oxygen, that is here. You have to search for oxygen. So here, so remember, we don't change the subscript, we just change the coefficient, right? If you place here 2, then the number of hydrogen will be 2 times 2 subscripts times coefficient, that is 2 times 2, that gives you 4, right? 4 hydrogen. Okay, so on the left hand side you have 2 oxygen atoms, and on the right hand side you have 2 oxygen atoms, but on the right hand side you have 4 hydrogen atoms, but in the left hand side or reactant side you have just 2 hydrogen atoms. So you need 2 more hydrogen, so you can multiply here by 2, that gives you 4. And remember, this 2 must come before this hydrogen, that is here, so you have to place here 2. Okay, so so this is the balanced reaction. Remember, this is the sign of balanced reaction, right? Okay, so let me explain these things. This is the balanced reaction of hydrogen, between hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, 2 molecule of hydrogen, we can write 2 molecule of hydrogen like this: 1 molecule plus 1 molecule, plus here we have 1 molecule of oxygen, and here we have 2 molecule of water, that is 1 molecule of water plus 1 molecule of water. Okay, so here we are getting 2 plus 2, that is 4 hydrogen atom, and here we are getting 2 oxygen atom, right? On the right hand side we have getting 2 plus 2, that is 4 hydrogen atom, and we are getting oxygen 1 plus 1, that is 2 oxygen atom. If you add the atoms from reactant side and product side, then you will get atoms, the number of atoms. Here 4 hydrogen plus 2 oxygen, that is 6, and here you have 4 hydrogen plus 2 oxygen, that is 6. So to 6, that is the number of atoms is equal. So in a chemical reaction, number of atoms should be the same, right? Okay, this hydrogen has some much, and this oxygen has some much, That is, if in a chemical that is if in a chemical equation the number of atoms be should be equal, then the mass should be equal, right? So you can see here, this is the mass of two molecule of hydrogen plus one molecule of oxygen, and this is the mass of two molecule of water, right? So the mass from left side and the mass of left side and right side, that is reactants and products, are equal. Okay, so in a chemical reaction, mass cannot be created or destroyed. This is the law of conservation of mass. This is the law of conservation of mass, right? I hope you have understood what I want to say, and as a beginner, I think you have gained some positive points on balancing chemical equations. So thank you for viewing this video. Be well.